Hello, this is Terrence again with DreamFactory Software. I've got Claude Desktop up here, and I'm going to show you how you can connect Claude Desktop and DreamFactory to do some really interesting stuff. So, first things first, I want to just kind of walk you through what we're doing here. I think this is kind of helpful to understand what's the big picture is. So, we're on my device. Claude Desktop is a local app that's installed, right, on Mac in this case. And I actually have the MCP server, the DreamFactory MCP server running locally as well. So from within Claude Desktop, I have a MCP client that's running. This is actually kind of where you control that MCP client, right? And I can toggle on these different tools. And it is connecting through the DreamFactory server locally to it's connecting to the MCP server locally, which has a bunch of background about DreamFactory and how to work with it and the credentials. The URL, the DreamFactory URL and key are actually here, and connecting to the DreamFactory server here, which is then connecting to any of the databases you want to connect to. We are connected right now to Snowflake, and we're going to actually connect to a SQL Server database for the purposes of this demonstration. So I went ahead and grabbed I created a new key. I'm going to go into developer config. Here's the DreamFactory config file. I'm going to go in here and grab. I'm showing you this because I'm going to roll these keys, but before I'm done anyway. Under roles, I'm going to go to. Actually, let's go to docs. Let's go to SQL Server. This is the URL I need. I'm going to remove that last slash. Then I'm going to go into keys. Terrence. Grab this key. I'm going to copy and paste it here. Control paste. I'm going to save this. I'm going to remove this. And now back to Claude. So, oh, you know what? I need to restart Claude because I changed the config. All right. Can you connect to a database? List tables. Oh, list tables. List tables. Oh, okay, good. I figured it out. Cities, counties, delivery methods, payment methods. Yeah, this is definitely different than the Snowflake table I had access to before. And the sales schema, purchasing schema, warehouse schema. That's awesome. Okay. So I got all this cool stuff. Let's real quick look at looking at the last 20 customer transactions. Find any potential trends in the data. I just did a small sample because that way it's fast. Otherwise I end up having to pause the recordings. They're all recorded on the same day. Makes sense. 8 out of the 20 transactions were the same toy. Jason Gilmore had 4 of the transactions. He must really like these toys. Okay, here we have like the average, smallest, the largest. Very cool. Okay. Let's connect to, so we have Canva. MCP is connected here. Let's, using the Canva connector, show me a graph of the transaction amounts. So now it's reaching out to Canva. It's got a bunch of different tools, 22 tools to work with, and it's using the Generate Design tool. And this is really interesting because, like, as people build and more tools, you'll have the opportunity to toggle things on and off. So maybe if you notice that for certain types of projects, it gets kind of buried in the wrong places, you can toggle off tools where maybe it helps keep the LLM focused, right? It doesn't really need to reply to comments, list replies, probably not. Like, most of what we're doing in here is around design. Resizing seems like it'd be really valuable. All right. This is kind of nice. Pretty cool. That makes sense because $600. Let's see, actually. The largest was $6,700, so that's actually wrong. What if I just say, just show me a simple bar graph. Meanwhile, let's look at these others. There's a bar graph, but is it accurate? There's no labels whatsoever, which isn't very useful. Okay, let's see. This looks like it's... So here we actually have specific customers and the amounts. While we wait for this, we can look at the others. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's cool. There you go. And that looks right. So the smallest transaction was wingtip toy, $59, and this one's, yep. That looks very accurate, and that's super useful. You can take a screenshot of that or publish it, and you're off and running. And I started from zero knowledge of this data to having a graph of the last 20 customer transactions. I think that's pretty powerful. I think it's pretty useful. And what it does is it allows you very quickly and securely to connect to existing databases, right? I've yet to see MCP servers out there that are taking this approach to being able to connect to a database and do so in a way that your security team, your database team is going to allow you to. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know if there's anything specifically you want to see. Reach out to me on LinkedIn or at Terrence at DreamFactory.com. Thanks.